happened 3 days ago, 4 days ago. Thursday night, Thursday during the daytime. You know what? There was a couple whoppers of the trade. You know what we're gonna do? Trades all night. We're missing somebody tonight, but we've also had.
We ain't missing nobody.
Well, we are missing.
You missed that guy?
No, not really.
Is he missing?
No.
You don't miss him, and you know where he is.
That's true. That's very true.
I'm here now.
Kurt DeGau's in, in with us tonight. Leak sitting on my other side.
I'm the captain now.
Look at me.
I am taking
Look
over
at me.
the ship.
I'm the captain now.
Shout out to Black. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Black.
Happy birthday, Black.
And enjoy your trip.
Actually, birthday really ain't until tomorrow, so.
Well, this episode.
Early happy birthday.
Preemptive.
Exactly.
It's a pre-prime birthday message.
Preemptive B-Day strike.
We are No Hezzy Hoopcast.
Shit.
We're keeping things short and simple tonight. Maybe not short, but simple for sure. Trade deadline just happened, like I said, last Thursday. Got started a little early with the big Blake Griffin trade, but we'll get to that. We'll cover that. As I was writing up my trades tonight, the first thing that came to my mind about some of these bottom feeder trades, I call it the nobody cares pile. There were some trades that really nobody cares. Honestly, I'm not even gonna read some of these because I think a lot of the casuals listening might not even know these names. I didn't know one of these names, and it's a surprising day when Schwab doesn't remember a name.
Guys, to show that much respect to the game and present all of the names that were traded off, or are we going to be the guys who, the names ain't popping, so, we throw them to the side?
That's why I put them in the nobody cares pile. Do we even need to read this then? Do you want to just skip right in? It's going to be a short episode if we at least don't go over some of this stuff.
I'm just presenting the question.
Kurt to God, you're here with us tonight on the couch. You're in a different position, I should say. I'm used to you over here on my right, off in the kind of, not the corner, but the side over here.
Yeah, man.
Now you're on my left tonight.
I'm on your left tonight.
Exactly.
I'm on your best tonight.
I'd be taking Black Mo's spot.
Oh, yeah.
Like, for good.
Yeah. Oh, he didn't tell you?
Oh, no, he
ain't
didn't.
coming back.
Oh, all right, then.
We're good right here.
We're
He couldn't
good,
take the
then.
bloviation.
No.
Yeah,
He was overly bloviated.
A little too much.
He couldn't blove anymore. So here we are. You know what? These boys did all this hard work, all the blood, sweat, and tears to get into the league. We should at least throw their names out.
I'm going to cut 2 or 3 off this list.
I don't oppose that. So let's go through it. Let's go through it. We don't have to
It's just
necessarily
like-
respond.
Right.
It's
like credits in the movie.
I'm just going to say the name out. If you want to respond, feel free to respond.
Absolutely.
How about that? All right.
Absolutely.
I said it in the intro. Rashad Vaughn got traded twice this trade deadline. He went from
He's not OTL yet?
the Bucks to the OTL for all you casuals out the league.
Shouldn't that be a rule? Like, if you get traded twice in one trade, like, you're out the league.
I'm pretty sure.
Obviously, nobody wants you.
I think last year or 2 years ago, someone was traded 3 times. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember who it was. I have to look it up.
Wasn't Grievous Vasquez?
Talk about being an asset. I mean,
He out the league.
I mean, look, some clerical people are mad as hell. All right, all the paperwork they gotta file.
Like, they already have jerseys printed
Right.
when he got to Brooklyn, and then an hour later he was traded to New Orleans.
Not these wise equipment men. No.
Right.
Or the
They're like,
equipment
hold
people.
on, no, we're putting, after he signed the paperwork and he gets the practice to it.
That ink needs to dry on that contract before we print a stitch of this guy's name.
So the Knicks tried to free Willie and get Willie Hernan Gomez out. I get that Free Willie reference. Had to sneak that in there for a nobody and a couple second round picks. I mean, they just wouldn't let the boy play. That's all I'm gonna say to that. I don't know what's going on in Nick Land. I don't really care what's going on in Nick
He was
Land.
all rookie as well, his rookie season. Yeah.
And Porzingis just went down. Like, it's prime time to see what he's made of and see if they want to offer him a contract or trade him next year, because he still had 1 year under his one more year on his contract. So I don't know. Anyways, moving on.
Knicks lost. 2 words. Knicks lost next.
Perfect statement. Pistons were active this trade deadline. They got James Ennis from the Grizzlies. This is one of like 4 trades I think the Pistons made at the trade deadline this year. I'm not even going to talk about that. He's a good, semi-good defender, and that's about it.
We didn't need to discuss.
Well,
James Ennis.
we just did. This is the next one we don't need to discuss. But the Luke Babbitt got traded back to the Heat. He was from the Hawks, and the Hawks picked up a guy from the Heat. I never heard of this guy before. Okaro White.
Who?
Exactly. Moving on.
They doing favors now. You see, moving these guys.
Literally just moving these guys back and forth.
Hey, Riley.
Because
Pat, remember when I told you owe me one?
Pat had 2 guys come
I
back
need you to take Luke Babbitt's contract for me.
I need you to take it back.
What do you got for me?
I need a refund, Pat.
Pat don't give refunds. Are you kidding me?
Except for this time.
He said I need a refund. he brought back Luke Babbitt.
No, he took back.
Yeah,
Took back
Luke Babbitt.
Yeah.
And finally,
It's not even Luke Babbitt. It's his contract. All expenses will be through that. It's literally just the piece of paper.
Yeah.
finally, last 2 names on this nobody cares pile. Kings got rid of a first-round pick, Malachi Richardson. Gave up on the Syracuse boy. I don't know how Kurt feels about that. He might feel a certain type of way. I could care less. Ship him off, whatever. They got from the Raptors the guy 2 years away from being 2 years away, so I don't know what that really means, but what was his other nickname? The Brazilian KD?
Yeah.
Now that's the only objection I have to anything we've said tonight is that you let those words come out your mouth.
But as Black Mo said the other day, I mean, if he wants to be the Brazilian Keon Dooling, I mean, he might as well go ahead and try and be the Brazilian Keon Dooling.
That's a nickname that he's had. That's a nickname that they gave him. It's crazy because him and Greek Freak were both like a similar thing at that time, and Greek Freak was just a little bit ahead of him clearly, but yeah, it's pretty. Raptors never really gave him a chance, really. But I don't know. I don't know why they're still calling him that.
I think he only played 7 games this year, so we'll see what the Kings end up keeping him. I thought they were going to end up waiving him.
I don't know how to say his last name, so my nickname for him is Sibo. We got a Zebo and we got a Sibo.
Yeah.
And he might be Seago if he don't play up.
That's true. Yeah.
Play up. Shout out to Black.
This next category, I like to call it getting under that cap. These were trades that either money or picks that will never be seen by the other team. And there's another guy on this list that I didn't know existed. I thought it was a different guy, but I'm not even going to talk about it. Sheldon Mack. I've never even heard of him. I thought it was Shelvin Mack at first, but he's on Utah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
on the
backup
Hawks.
Jazz.
But that's not him. This is somebody
Sheldon
different.
Mack.
This is Sheldon Mack.
Not Shelvin, but
It's
Sheldon.
completely different, and it's MAC.
You know what? There's someone from the league offices needs to
What?
start fact checking some of
I
these
know.
names. They are making up players
I
to
go,
get
what?
under and trading them to get under the cap. Someone's got to. Adam Silver, where are you at?
Yeah, I don't know
Like
about
some
that
type
one.
of host deep bench guy or something like that. Like it's
I need to
real
see a birth
person.
certificate.
I know, right?
And
It's a real
I didn't write this. I found this online. I can't remember who wrote it, but it said to the Wizards they get a future 2nd round pick that'll never convey. So really, they just got rid of a second round pick. The Hawks will keep probably no matter what. And whatever. Let's move on from that.
I'm starting to feel like McConaughey. This is from Wolf on Wall Street. This stuff is just
It was
fairy dust.
okay. Pretty much, there was another trade. The Blazers got rid of Noah Vonleh to the Bulls, it's all about getting under the cap. It's all about not having to pay that hard tax once you get to, I think it's 93 million or whatever, or over that amount. They just don't have to pay that extra $1 to $10 million or whatever it ends up being. So I get it. But the final move on this list is not really about getting under the cap, but Pat Riley, like you said, did LeBron James a favor, laid GM a favor by sending Dwayne Wade home to maybe help for that playoff push.
Pat Riley did himself a favor. It's not paying D Wade to take all those pay cuts to make the whole Bosh and Braun thing happen. He did himself a favor. This is him cleaning up his own mess. Like, how you don't treat your goats like that. Straight up. I mean, shout out to Thanos. He's the man with the stones in his hand, but come on, dog.
I agree. This isn't Pat Riley doing LeBron a favor. Pat Riley bringing Dwayne Wade back to retire there. That's something that he owes to do that to the city. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because he should have paid the man. So now that D Wade was able to go somewhere else, get the money he did get that contract from Chicago that he was due for. But Cleveland, I don't think they gave him anything. Pennies on the dollar. But
lightly protected future second round pick.
Right.
So that means at some point they gave up a second round pick to get the guy back.
I just want to take a quick break to say shout out to Duque Parado. I probably messed up your name, but just sending some love in on the chat. He's from Colombia, so shout out to the No Hezzy fans out in Colombia.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Pablo.
Also, Black Moses, if you're out there, why don't you ask us some questions on that Twitch feed? If you got something you want to bloviate yourself on, and you want us to answer you, hit us up on that Twitch line. We'd love to hear those questions.
Yeah, it's just like dropping something in the Petri dish, watching how we react to it.
In the Jeff Petri dish.
Hey,
Joff. Petri.
Is that a little segue there, Schwab?
That was a little segue. This next whole category of trades we had, some of them I'm not too sure about. I think a lot of teams gave up on a lot of players. There's a lot of ones trying to get rid of certain players. But let's start off with a 3-team trade. The Nuggets finally gave up on Emmanuel Boudier. shipped him off in New York, where he probably should have been drafted in the first place in that draft.
Word.
Because they needed a point guard way back then, and they ended up taking nobody that next couple of years. Devin Harris got shipped to the Nuggets. He could possibly help with that playoff run. That Wiley veteran, is that what Denver needed?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it'll help. I mean, the key to their success is being such a balanced team. So this just really just added to their balance.
I agree.
And Dougie McDermott going to the Mavericks. That might have been the biggest piece moving of those three. That was what I was most surprised about. I thought Knicks like to have these purified wing shooters.
Right.
I mean, they got Ron Baker running the point. Now they got Porzingis down low, and then they have McDermott shooting threes, but apparently not.
Yeah, I don't. All that tells me is that Scott Perry. I hope you're doing well out there, because even now that our homeboy Phil is gone, the Zen Master. They still can't. I mean, New York is still losing. I don't get it. Yeah. How did he attract all these people to Sacramento? All these, these names that are good names, and he goes out there, and this is what's going on. I don't get it.
I don't know why they moved him. I don't.
Me neither.
Know. Who they got to replace him? That's supposed to be able to knock down, shots like that.
I don't understand why they got Moutier when he's pretty much in the same mold as Frank.
Right.
I mean, he's a little bit bigger, probably a little more athletic to the hoop and everything, but other than that, I mean, it's pretty much a guard that can't shoot, that plays a little bit of defense. Right. Like, there's nothing real special about it.
I hate to say this, but, I mean, Moutier has had a better season than Ntilikina, which isn't an expect. I mean, Ntilikina's a project.
Yeah,
I mean, he's a guy that's going to be 2 years away from being 2 years away.
Yeah. Has Moody even played this year, though? I feel like every time I look at the Nuggets roster, he's
earlier in
not
the season
on that box score.
No, because he don't play no more. But early in the season, he played, and he was lightweight, kind of balling for a second. But he's one of those guys that needs the ball in his hand in order to be effective, and he can't shoot. So, I mean, Nah, he's out.
That whole Nuggets team MO is not about having the ball in one person's hand either. They get it around to everybody and they shoot the heck out of the ball.
Right, because Mike Malone came from the Golden State system. So you know how that
gotta
gets
be able
down.
to shoot to sell that too. So
yeah. Another team that gave up on a former first-round draft pick. The Magic finally got rid of Alfred's stupid hair Peyton.
come on, man.
I said it.
Gosh.
I said it. Get it out of your.
Jeez.
I don't care how you want it to look. If it's in your face or it affects your shot like it did a month ago.
How do we
ball
know?
hit his hair.
It literally hit him in the eye.
And he missed the shot. Like it was ridiculous. All right. It's time to let it go. All right, just change it up or something.
I'm totally down for people to express themselves
I am
in
too.
every way, shape, and form.
But if it's affecting your job,
We don't know that it's doing that though. We don't know that.
No,
a lot of
I
guys.
saw the
we
proof.
literally
Listen,
saw it in
listen,
slow mo.
listen.
It hit him in the eye, and
Listen.
this guy blinked.
How many guys have you seen airball floaters?
Oh, tons of guys.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Absolutely.
So we cannot
but
say it's
when the hair hits him in the eye and he
cannot say it's
blinks,
the hair. We can't say it's the hair.
All right.
we can watch the video.
The team that he got traded to, the Phoenix Suns. Is this the point guard that Devin Booker needs?
I don't know. I want to say no.
I want to
You know
say
what I
no
mean?
too.
I want to say no. His first game, he looked really good though. He looks like he's trying to prove that he like. Oh, hold on, I'm a second round pick and a bag of Cheetos and some lint.
It's some Pringles.
Come on, hold up. So he's trying to play. He had like 19 and 10 his first game over
look.
there. And Devin Booker's out. I think is he out?
He's
I
out.
don't know.
He's out still.
Yeah. I want to see them both play together, but you know, other than what is this guy's name that was
Alfred
Payton?
Alfred
I wish
Payton.
Black Mo was here right now for one reason, because he has so much to say about Alfred Payton. He does not like Alfred Payton. Let's
But
put it that way.
other than him having like a complete demeanor change, you know what I'm saying, and like because minus the fact that he's not a great 3-point shooter, not even necessarily a good one, he can still if he's got like a dog in him and he's competing at his highest level and with confidence, he can still play with a lot of guys. So yeah, if he had other than that, I don't see it. No.
He's better than Tyler Ulis. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, he's better than Tyler.
I don't think he is.
I think
And
just based off
Tyler
size
Eulis
alone-
definitely has more dog in him than Alfred Payton
for sure.
Yeah, Tyler Eulis got more dog than a lot of people.
does. Real talk.
but
That's true.
but I think overall, I think he's better than Tyler Eulis just based off of size and athleticism alone, because they both are, as far as being a general, they're both. Tyler Eulis isn't really that far ahead of him in that.
True. I feel like if Peyton can get these other Knicks players the ball, they'll be solid.
Knicks players.
Suns players. I was
Suns
thinking
players.
Orange.
They both
it was on my
lost.
mind. They both lost.
Ain't Phoenix the Knicks of the West?
They're pretty bad.
Yeah, they would be. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The Knicks of the West.
Might as well be. I'm gonna start calling them the West Coast Knicks.
Yeah. Like New York Knicks, West Coast Knicks.
Yeah. I titled this section "Hot Heat," but a lot of these aren't even hot heat. It's just random nonsense trades. I just thought it was funny, all these guys getting shipped out. I didn't even think Jameer Nelson was still in the league, to be honest with you, but he got shipped from the Bulls to the Pistons. Was he on the Bulls?
Hold on.
Or was he on the Pelicans? Oh, no. He was part. Okay, we got to go over this first trade. Okay, I forgot. A week ago, before the trade deadline, or a couple of days before the trade deadline, Nikolai Mirotic was shipped from the Bulls to the Pelicans to try and replace DeMarcus Cousins. This is my headliner on this hot heat section. Probably should have gone over this one first and then talked about all the other garbage trades. But we had Tony Allen, Omer Ashik, Jameer Nelson, a 2018 first-round pick, and a 2021 second-round pick getting shipped to the Pelicans, or shipped to the Bulls, in exchange for Nikolai Mirotic and a 2018 second-round pick. Did the Pelicans give up way too much for Mirotic?
Yes.
I have nothing to say about Nikolai Mirotic.
Nothing at all?
They gave up too much. I'll say it. They gave up too
All
much.
right. So then the Pelicans shipped out Jameer Nelson, probably to make room for contracts or something, and ended up shipping him to the Pistons. Pistons made their second trade of the day, or maybe even third trade of the day by now. We've gone through so many of them. But does Jameer Nelson bring anything to this Pistons squad?
Yeah, absolutely.
They're trying to make a playoff run, so they got like a veteran point guard back there.
He's still very serviceable.
Who's their point guard right now?
Chris Dunn.
No. We're talking about
Pistons?
the Pistons.
Pistons?
Yeah.
Ish Smith.
Ish Smith, yeah.
Is he
So he backs up
starting
Ish
over
Smith?
Ish Smith?
No. Definitely not.
Spotting job with Reggie Jackson going down. They bring in Jameer Nelson to solidify, try to solidify, give some stability to that
Yeah.
spot.
Jameer Nelson's a professional. He's going to go in there. He's going to hit his open threes. He's going to get the ball to the guy. He's going to foul when he needs to. He's not going to turn over the ball.
Is Jackson out for the year?
Jackson's out. I don't know.
Every
Jackson's OTL. I don't know. He's the closest guy to being OTL with such a nice contract.
There was so much hype on him. Okay.
I was hyped when he got his own squad. I was one of the guys like, let's see what it looks like with his own squad. But between injuries and unfortunately his asthma, which I'm asthmatic, I know it can affect you. I think he's gonna have a real short career, unfortunately.
Yep. All right, let's just get to the bread and butter of this whole entire section.
Oh, by the way, that trade for Miritic, the problem with that trade is it looked like they traded for DeMarcus, but they really traded for DeMarcus' Achilles.
That's true.
Fucking Miritic.
Pretty much.
Oh, God.
All right, so pretty much the Cavs were the main squad making moves at the trade deadline. Do you want to talk about Blake Griffin trade before this or after the Cavs talk?
Yeah.
Talk about Blake now? All right, let's bring it up. Blake Griffin got traded 3 days before the trade. Was it 2 days before the trade deadline? A couple days before. It wasn't like a last minute deal. But I didn't think Steve Ballmer would ever break up that rotation. At least I didn't think Blake would be the one to get traded, and DeAndre was the one that was kept.
That's because Steve Ballmer didn't make that decision. Jerry West, the logo, made that decision. And Jerry West going to build
point.
you a franchise.
Good point.
And you're going to do that on the back of your goat.
That's true.
The low goat.
The
logo.
The logo.
Shout out to Black Mouth. Yeah, that was a low goat move. Absolutely.
Man.
Not, Blake Griffin is he's not a 5-star player, but he's an all-star. He's a perennial all-star. So he's like a 4-star player. And
4.5.
Yeah, 4.5.
All right, question then. This is a serious question.
But basically the logo said he's not the guy that I want to build around. I'd rather start over and get another person and to exalt in that place than this guy.
Blake Griffin now in Detroit. Is Andre Drummond better than DeAndre Jordan? Say that 5 times fast. Exactly.
Is Andre Jordan better?
Is Andre Drummond better than
Exactly.
DeAndre Jordan? Is Andre Drummond better than 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 DeAndre Jordan?
Oh, he got it.
Yeah,
I
he
didn't
got
think
it,
he was
yeah.
going to get it.
I could rap too sometimes.
Yeah.
He bloviated that sentence.
You're welcome.
He used a bloviation technique.
Now, if you guys need napkins or moist towelettes, let me know.
Oh, man. It's just a real question, though.
Yeah. Is he better? I mean,
Yeah.
yes, yeah, he's more active. He is
averaging 15 rebounds
listen.
this year.
For some strange reason, DeAndre Jordan Andre Drummond is able to put the ball inside of the basket more times than DeAndre Jordan can a game.
Without being
true.
spoon-fed.
Yeah.
He's got somewhat of an offensive game.
He's got somewhat of like that baby hook or something like that, he could like actually like bank it off glass from angles and stuff. So he is overall he's a more productive player than DeAndre Jordan. Yes, he is.
I had to ask because
It's a fair question.
I never thought about it.
we have to see
Me
how
neither.
Blake is actually going to do with at least a half season now, or a third of a season, and then a full.
I wish he had Reggie Jackson. I wish he was healthy, honestly. That way it could be, That way we could just see it, see it in its entirety. But
Well, last time I had checked, the Pistons hadn't lost since, but this was a few days ago. But they finally take
They
a L.
just lost today or yesterday.
Okay.
I can't remember.
So, but that's still a good streak. That was what, like a solid, like
yeah,
4 or 5 games.
4 or 5 games. Yeah.
5 games, 5 straight, 5-0 with Blake. I think,
And that's
yeah.
just that's no acclimation to the system, man. That's with Ish Smith as the point guard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
no, I watched one of those games. It was on NBA TV, and they looked. I think it was first or second. I think it was first game actually, or second. It's one or two, but it
They're
was.
probably looking, they're probably thinking, hey, if we could, put together something promising, make a run, then when free agency comes, somebody might want to come play with us.
It was
what I mean?
it was a lot of the
Exactly.
same run and gun stuff that he was already doing with the Clippers, getting
Yeah.
up and down the floor real
Yep.
quick. So
and they got the new arena that they're
Yep.
going into next season.
Yep.
So that's enticing to someone as well. So yeah, if they can get somebody else, maybe even a point guard to come, just literally just X out Reggie Jackson. You know what I mean? Because he's looking like he's offering up the job, honestly. But yeah,
Best part about that whole trade was Blake Griffin's response on Twitter when he found out the Fresh Prince of Bel
Will
Air.
Smith Jr.
I forgot about that.
That was the best part.
Do you guys care about any of the players that went to the Clippers?
Bradley.
Tobias Harris, Boban Marjanovic, Avery Bradley, a 2018 protected first round pick.
You know the protection on it or not?
I think it was top 5.
I mean, the odd thing is, like,
Pretty flexible.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they actually did get some players back that can actually help them win.
You probably still make the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
I mean, they just look. A logo sure did extend Lou Will.
Yeah, that was crazy. I didn't see that coming.
He said, "Yo, I want this guy on my bench." Period.
Well, actually, is that how you guys read that? I read it a little different. I read it like he locked him down, and the second that he can get an asset for that boy
Yeah, I didn't see that.
to help add to the rebuild, he's gonna ship him
Yeah,
off.
I know this is Jerry West, so we probably haven't seen the craziest thing happen, but I've never seen somebody get extended and then traded immediately 2 days later.
No, not immediately. No. I mean for
Oh, it might be
next
future.
season at this time.
But I mean, this is I don't know. Nobody's really giving up draft picks right now, though, or first round draft picks, I should say. There was a couple teams that did, but these lottery relegated teams or those first round exit teams like the Pelicans and Pistons.
Yeah.
Because really they're the ones that lose in the first round every year, but they keep giving up their stupid first round picks.
Well, but see, this is what experienced execs do. They find talent, especially ones that they can get on a good contract, and with this cap space, that's not too hard to do if you got one. And then if you're rebuilding, you lock them down under contract, and then you wait for that desperate squad that needs that one guy to get them over the hump to make a push, and then you take their pick.
How has Dell Demps not been fired yet? He's squandering Anthony Davis's prime.
He'll be fired after the season.
Do they resign DeMarcus? Do they have to resign DeMarcus? I'm getting off on a Pelicans tangent right now, but I'm gonna let it slide.
Definitely gonna try to. So
Oh, hold on, wait.
They said they wanted to pay Mirotic too.
Who's my boy? Who's the coach for Cincinnati Bengals?
Marvin Lewis.
Okay, say his name one more time. That's how Dell Dim still has his job.
Marvin Lewis just got an extension for 2 years too.
oh, that's the kind of guy.
That's why he.
that was
That's
a
how he still
great
has his
football
job.
reference, Kurt. That was pretty good.
No hezzy football coming next season.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Oh man, I couldn't do that. You want to talk about Black Mo don't need to be here. If we do a no hezzy football, Schwab will not be here if Black Moses is sitting on the couch next to him. I will not talk football with that man.
I don't blame you.
He's the only one that understands what I'm talking about right now, but I will not do it.
Shout out to Black Mo.
Shout out to Black Mo. Does he respond yet? Did he say anything yet? Come on, Black Mo.
He's
Where
getting
you
birthday
at?
treatment right now. You know what I mean?
I texted him. I told him we were live, but he didn't say nothing.
On without him.
Well, you know
I
what?
mean, let's move on with the segment.
Let's move past him.
I'm not looking at you, Black. I'm looking past you.
looking through you, or is that too much?
You can do that.
Anyways, Cavs looked through everybody and pretty much traded everybody away I think 2 or 3 of these guys don't even have homes. They already got waived by the teams they were already on. But let's go over the big trade first, and we'll end it with the 3-teamer. Cavs shipped off Isaiah Thomas just 8 months since they first got him from the Celtics.
15 games.
Day after his birthday.
played-
Day after he said he
only
didn't want to
played
be
15
traded.
games. Man, I didn't know it was only 15 games. I thought it was a little more than that.
But props to them for finding out so fast that this isn't working and being able to get him off, because it would have been a lot worse.
It might have saved their season.
All right, hold on. We always joke about LeBron being GM. Do you think LeBron made this call?
Why would he do that? Of course. Why LeBron make the call?
Why wouldn't he do that?
Of course he made that call. Look, listen, when the deadline was happening, LeBron stormed into his office. He got on the phone and called around to GM. And he said, "What can I get?"
So smoothly, he said his office.
Listen. When Gilbert couldn't find a appropriate match, LeBron called his friend. He called Magic Johnson, and he said, "Magic, man, what I'm gonna do, man? I got to get this guy." I'm giving y'all way too much game right now.
No, let me finish it. Magic said, "Well, all right, LeBron. Tell you what, I'll make a deal with you if you make a deal with me. I'll go ahead and take Isaiah off your hands. It's an expiring contract. And then next season, you come on and you play with me. And Rob will back me up on this. Isaiah will be gone. How that sound?"
Let him hip walk. Yeah, and when free agency comes, you let him hip walk.
Hoop World coming soon.
Yeah.
That's that narrative.
So yeah, Magic did do a favor for him, and so now, of course, Lakers are expecting LeBron to sign. Rich Paul's in the building. He's in there chilling. He's got an office in between. It's Genie's office and Magic, and then there's Rich Paul's office, and then there's Rob Pelinka's.
Rich took Genie out to let, said, "Hey, you're not gonna want to see this. let me take you out to Katsuya. It's your favorite."
As crazy as it sounds, I think the biggest part of this trade, even more so than Isaiah Thomas, is now the Lakers actually have a first-round pick. They picked up the Cavs' first-round pick.
Yeah.
So they at least get somebody in, which we've heard this is a loaded 10, 15-man draft this year. Or they're saying there's at least 15 decent players. Who knows what will happen. Anyways, Lakers gave up Jordan Clarkson and Larry Nance in this deal. We've already seen them play one game today. And from the highlights league just showed me earlier, because I didn't get to watch the game, too much of the game, they both look decent. Nance, who did he dunk on? I don't even know who that was. It was Marcus Smart or something.
I wouldn't say he dunked on somebody, but he got a nice little dunk in the half court setting. Bob, you want to put 50s on 12s? I see.
I call it like I see it.
It's a little North. It's a little North analogy.
I'm the Shaq at the dunk contest, or I'm the one old head that always Dr. J always has a 10 up there. You know what I mean? At the dunk contest, I'm that guy.
Casual with the 10. Okay.
Might as well.
Leak, I do have a question for you though. Since you now have a squad, if Larry Nance was still on the Lakers, would he have dunked on someone, or would that just have been a dunk?
I was just been a dunk. I didn't see him dunk on anybody.
Okay.
When those dunks that I called dunk-ons, Larry.
I just pushed your homer button real quick just to see if it
Creepy
responded.
guys calling him out, because I did see him dunk on somebody earlier in that highlight video. You might need to pull that back up.
Yeah, pull it up. All right.
We might have to watch it.
We're gonna get No Hezzy Cam in here. We're gonna get a No Hezzy fact check section here soon enough.
I consider the dunk on the body to body. Now there was no one in front of him opposing him. There were people on the side of him jumping next to him.
I definitely saw Marcus Smart backpedaling and looking like he didn't want any part of that nastiness, the way he floated up there like that in that burgundy and yellow. Burgundy and gold.
They were wearing black jersey swabs. See,
they weren't wearing black.
This is how I know they were wearing black.
They were in the black jerseys.
They were wearing
today?
black
No,
jerseys.
no. It was the red ones with the C
Bob,
right here.
they were in all black. See, this is how I know you were in an exaggerated state of reality.
I mean,
You're not seeing
if that's
this
what
in
you
its
want to
proper
call
context.
You just gave me new rocks today, and it changed my whole aura and chi and everything. Like I couldn't even watch the video straight now.
Schwab, just continue on with the presentation of who the Cavs received from the Lakers in the trade, please.
See, Schwab wasn't looking at the highlights. He was looking past them.
Past
them.
Through?
Yeah.
Schwab?
Through or past,
With your mind's eye?
call it.
All right.
Jordan Clarkson's good for LeBron. He looked good today.
Now you love the boy.
I always like listen. Just because I'm interested in moving a guy to get something that I deem more acceptable for the future doesn't mean I don't like him. See, that's where your casual.
Okay,
like,
so
little
then let me say
starts
let me
to
say
permeate
this. Then.
throughout
Let me
your
say
cellular
this. How was that
structure.
trade for cap space then?
Well, Jordan Clarkson's contract is $12 million off of our books, and he was going to be making $14 million next year. So now that's gone.
So you're fully in the PG LeBron coming to LA mode right now. Okay. You don't even need to answer that because that smile you just gave, I read your whole entire face just now.
Yeah.
All right.
We've got enough room for 2 max contracts. So I mean,
Black Mo, are you in this same boat right
I'll
now?
I'll let you imagine what the rest could happen.
If we could only go back to the Be Clear days and listen to those podcasts, and we're talking about the Lakers back then, talking about if they're gonna chase for a chip and just try and get all these free agents. I always joked about a Russ. They're getting Russ. Or you get a Russ. You get a PG. You get a DeRozan. Whoever.
You get a go.
Your face changed when I said DeRozan just now.
It
was smile. If we go back, when we have to go back and watch this, it was smile, then kind of shock. He said DeRozan. I don't want him on the Lakers. Would you take him back in his hometown?
I mean, it just depends on the situation. Just depends. I mean, Lonzo makes kind of makes a lot of people look enticing, honestly, just because the way ball moving, so people are getting good shots and stuff like that. So he makes a lot of people look interesting.
Lakers are looking pretty enticing without Lonzo right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is true. They just lost the Mavs the other day.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
that was bad. Let's get on this last trade. This is the last one for the night. Unless you guys want to bloviate on something else, we can always do that. But
last thing I'll say about the Lakers trade is keep in mind that the Lakers didn't have a pick going into next season, and you want to try to avoid years when you don't have incoming assets.
Yeah.
So it was good for them to at least have an asset to make moves going forward.
And the good thing is the Cavs' own pick, and as bad as they've looked the last couple of weeks, you might even get like a 22 pick or something like that instead of a 30 pick. So you can be happy at that.
absolutely. Yeah, this would be the best Cavs pick in the last 3 years, probably. Or the closest one. I don't know. It's not the best.
For sure.
Definitely.
All right, last trade, 3-teamer. Kings were involved in this one. I still don't know. I mean, really, I know what it is, but I'm not gonna bloviate on what I feel about this trade. Anyways, Cavs ended up pick up Rodney Hood and George Hill in a 3-team trade with the Jazz and the Kings. Jay Crowder also got shipped out straight from Cleveland off the boat to sunny Utah. Derrick Rose also got shipped to Utah and then immediately waived. Or at least they're working on a buyout for him and that fat Adidas contract that we all just heard about recently. Did you guys read that article?
I read something about it.
Yeah.
How he got some good money from them.
Yeah. Let's put it that
I'm
way.
surprised they put out a brand new shoe for him.
True.
Even over the last 3 seasons.
They were probably contractually obligated.
Hey, Adidas, if you want to get contractually obligated here,
We would
we're
love
all
for you to
it.
have to pay us millions of dollars
Love it.
for us being injured.
You ain't gonna throw me that much. I'm cheap.
You could throw me more. Throw me as much as you
Throw me as much as you want.
Hey, so what's next for D Wave? I mean D Rose.
I heard a Tibbs. Both of them.
Tibbs,
What's
yeah.
next for both of them? I heard Tibbs reunion in Minnesota though for D Rose.
Yeah.
Play backup point guard.
Yeah.
Does he bump what's his name from Duke?
No. You mean
Tyus Jones. Does he bump him as the backup point
I
guard?
think they find a way to squeeze him in to see what he's got left in the tank. But The Tyus Jones is not gonna. He's still gonna play though, but of course his playing time will go down. But he's still gonna play.
I don't think he'll play.
No,
Nah, just because how Tibbs is, he likes to run a like a one of those small 7-8 man rotations, and
You
especially
don't think Derrick Rose will play?
no, he will just not Tyus Jones, and I like Tyus Jones.
You think Tyus Jones will not play?
No, if he
anymore?
gets Derrick Rose is the backup point guard. Tyus Jones
Oh.
moves towards the end of the bench. At least for the rest of the season until we see, what he ends up doing with Derrick Rose after that.
I remember I saw something online a month ago, and they were saying when Tyus Jones plays, he makes the team so much more better, even than when Jeff Teague was even playing for or starting for the squad.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
I mean, that's obviously starting is a completely different ballgame than coming in
Right,
as a
right,
sixth man.
yeah.
I mean, Isaiah Thomas just came off the bench as a sixth man, didn't he,
yeah.
for the Lakers in the
Yeah.
first night? So I mean, he got reverted back to his role as a sixth man too, but. That would be very interesting if the Wolves
Yeah.
picked up Derrick
Now I don't
Rose.
know if Derrick Rose's health will permit him to kind of push Tyus Jones completely out of the rotation.
His health?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what?
He hasn't been hurt for a while.
Oh yeah, he just came back from an ankle injury. He's
No,
only
no.
been back like 2 weeks, right?
Not a no hezzy prediction, but no
Pretty
hezzy
good for
push to
Derrick
the edge. D Rose, you've been talking about it. Just go ahead and retire already. Move it along.
I think with Derrick Rose, that's one of the things with him. It's obvious that he's very motivated by people. He's less motivated by money and accolades, and he's more motivated by people, his family, his son. Tibbs is one of those people that were there for him, especially when he was younger and early on, and kind of helped bring him into the fold. So, same thing with Jimmy Butler. Tibbs is just one of those guys that he can get these guys going. So if Derrick Rose tells Tibbs he can play, Derrick Rose is telling Tibbs that, knowing that he's buying in and knowing he's going to go play the way that Tibbs needs him to play.
This is all hearsay. We have no idea what's going to happen. We're just
Say sources. What are you talking about? We got
sources.
sources.
Excuse me.
We're big in the league.
Brice Broussard, where you at?
Brice Broussard just called me. He told me that.
The Kings, in my opinion, got the short end of this stick. Ended up getting Joe Johnson and Amon Shumpert. They already waived Joe Johnson, and they got a 22nd round pick. You care less about that. Amon Shumpert may not even. Does Amon Shumpert play for the Kings? Do you guys think? I've been
No.
wondering this the last couple of
No.
days. You think he actually plays?
No.
He's injured right now, isn't he?
No.
I'm not sure.
Yes and no. He's injured. He's not playing. He's injured in the way that, hey, Amon Shumpert, we have no plans of using you at all. Feel free for you and your wife to come out. We'll treat you to a lovely dinner. Stay at home, and we'll pay you to stay home. We'll pay you to be injured.
Kurt, you were a little excited.
Probably still in Cleveland.
Probably.
Still at his house in Cleveland. They just chilling,
He
watching the
hasn't
games
even
on
left
TV.
yet.
Probably just did a little FaceTime with him, right?
He'll never come
Skype.
out here.
He'd be better. Well,
just
he
says-
could not come
Is
out
it-
here, but
is it
it's
gonna
kinda
is it
Taylor.
gonna be the new Jason Terry saga where he just stays wherever he was at and he just rehabs there the whole time he's injured and then
Yeah.
just talks smack about the team once he leaves?
Yes.
I'd boo him every time. Kings fans
Do you-
still
you-
boo
you-
Jason Terry
you-
every time he comes to town.
Right, but you only boo the guys that you actually want, that were good enough and that might have made an impact. If they don't matter, you don't boo them.
That's true.
What is Amon Shumpert? He's not part of our plan at all. I'm just happy that we even did a press release with his picture on it today.
He wasn't even there for the press release.
No, it was just not a press conference, but a press release.
Maybe they didn't have that press conference.
No, we said any guys that we're gonna have actually come in and play aren't gonna do it until after so Sebo and Shump
Sibo.
and Miss Taylor.
After the break. So
Okay.
after the break.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So that might be what you be most excited about, Kurt.
Ain't no might.
Might, all right then.
Tiana Taylor, with
All right,
respect
then.
to Amon Shumpert, we welcome you to the 916. We've got the finest craft brews. We have officials from here. LeVar Burton.
Really from Sac?
Let Leak take that one.
Reading Rainbow.
I did not know he was from Sac.
He's the cousin
Maybe I knew
of
this,
Leak's
but-
cousin.
Really? Cousin's cousin, so really is not related to you at all.
We're related.
Yeah,
The
Schwab.
same way all black people are related, but we're related.
Nah, you had to just go there.
Anyway, Tiana Taylor. Sacramento's a fine place.
And that's the end of my trade list tonight. And I want to say, if y'all noticed, we had we had a little hidden No Hezzy logo. We might have a new No Hezzy logo coming soon, or at least we're gonna switch our background up a little bit. Leaks giving you that secret preview right now. I can't see it fully. Kind of making that Ninja Turtles look. Oh, now it's gone. Now we're done.
It was just a peek.
No, it's just
a teaser.
A teaser for next time.
Hey.
You know what? Let's shout him out right now. We got Dag running behind the scenes tonight. Shout out Dag for helping us out tonight.
Good luck, Daggy.
He's made a few crawling moments that were quite epic, I must say, by not touching anything.
Yeah.
I think we all at one point nodded when he finally got through. So.
Dag also, shout out to Dag. He really knows how to get us in the zone. So I was locked in for this episode.
I was too. We have to keep you around more often. Black Mo, we don't need you. I looked straight through you tonight. I didn't even care. Yeah, I went there.
We love you.
Yeah, hey, Black didn't like the Lakers trade either. He was opposed to that. But I understand Black, you know, whenever the Lakers make a move, especially with one of the young guys involved, you know, Black gets a little, emotional, like Carl Thomas. So I understand Black. But Magic came to work that magic.
Well, Black is a long-time Lake Show fan, so if the move doesn't equal blockbuster and doesn't significantly improve the team immediately, Black's gonna thumb his nose at it.
And I must say,
Clean that nose, Black.
I must say, I'm a little disappointed. Black Mo never hit us up on. He knew we were going live tonight, and he didn't even give us any questions.
No
I was gonna give him a chance to bloviate from the text line. From the chat line, but didn't work.
And rarely does Black ever turn down a chance to bloviate.
That's very true. I live with the man.
You said it earlier. He's been out. He's bloviated.
He was out bloviated.
He's been over bloviated.
Yeah, he has a bad case of blovy fasciitis.
internal bloating virus.
He's gonna be out at least 2 to 5 weeks with that one.
He has internal bloating infection. IBI.
Bloviitis.
I'm gonna get a text later. He's gonna hate this ending once he finally watches it.
That's crazy. Yeah. So he's bloviated. So he couldn't make it today.
Don't worry, Black Mo will let you have an extra special bloviation session. That's next week. If you're not too over bloviated.
Black Mo's bloviation.
Black Mo's bloviated bloviation. Bonanza.
Black Mo's bloated bloviation bonanza.
All right, check us out tomorrow. The video will be up on YouTube at No Hezzy Hoopcast. Hit us up on the Twitter, the Instagram, at No Hezzy Hoopcast.
Make sure you follow too, bro.
Follow us. Hit that follow button or subscribe, whatever it is. I don't even know. There's so many apps these days.
All-Star Weekend's coming up.
It is coming up.
You tune in for that.
And actually, I will say, if you don't watch any part of this episode, watch the end of this episode to hear me say, we might try and do a live stream. I know we talked about it. Live stream either the All-Star game or live stream the dunk contest, 3-point contest. That'd be kind of fun.
And I know you guys love our commentaries because when we live streamed, I think we did
Rockets Warriors, yeah, opening night.
Into that, yeah.
Everyone liked that. So
we're gonna try to keep doing a little bit more of that. But All-Star Weekend, we'll definitely try to get that done.
I think that'll be good. We'll do that. If you want us to do that, hit us up on Twitter. Let us know any of those. Follow us on Twitch at No Hezzy Hoops. A little different, no cast. There's that preview though. Next week we're gonna have a slightly new background for y'all. We're gonna showcase. Do we have those other graphics too? Or do we just have this one? Did we get the other one? We had that one other one. Okay, so we might have to throw a different one. We have to switch it up a little bit. Maybe throw something different. Yep, Lee gave the seal of approval. I got the behind the scenes Kurt to God seal of approval as well too. But for Kurt to God, he's not gone. He's on the other side of this camera right now. Dag, thanks for helping us out tonight. Lee, I'm J.R. Schwab. Catch y'all next week.
Yeah.